All right, guys, welcome to Skeletal Anatomy. This is going to be a video on practical number 1. I'll do a video on all of them, showing you where everything is so that there's no question about what we're looking for, and it's a resource for you to use outside of class to study. So let's start with the practical number 1 full skeleton. So let's go when we're talking about the frontal bone. We're looking at the skull. This is the frontal bone. The parietal bone is going to be up here. There's two. There's one on the right and there's one on the left. I just pointed wrong. This is right, this is left. Remember, it's the specimen. The temporal bone is going to be on the side over here, and there are different sutures that are going to separate. So this is your temporal bone on the right side. And then of course we have the back, which is, this is our occipital bone in the back here, and it kind of makes up the floor of the skull as well. The mandible is going to be our jawbone. The maxilla is going to be up here, your upper jaw. There's a small bone here in the neck. This is the only bone that does not have an articulation. It shows that it does here, but that's because it's a model. This is the hyoid bone. Okay. Let's go down to the sternum. Here's your sternum. It's your breastbone, as they would call it. Your ribs, obviously, these are your ribs on the right side. We have our vertebrae. So we have 7 cervical vertebrae. So the first 7 are going to be cervical. Then we have 12 thoracic, which all attach to the ribs. And then we have 5 lumbar vertebrae. Then we have what's called the sacrum. This guy right here is the sacrum. The coccyx is going to be your tailbone. Some people say coccyx, it's really coccyx. Tarsals, let's go down to the feet. Your tarsals are going to be your foot bones. So these right here are your tarsals. Okay, right here up to here. These are going to be your metatarsals. These are going to be your foot phalanges. So we have a proximal, a middle, and a distal phalanx, that's singular for phalanges, on each of the toes, except for the big toe. We only have a proximal and a distal. Next, coming back up here to the clavicle, this is our collarbone. Turning this guy around, we have the scapula. We have the humerus, which is the upper arm bone. We have the ulna. So in anatomical position, I'm trying to get this guy in anatomical position. The hand's going to be facing out, so the radius is going to be thumb side. The ulna is going to be pinky side. Then we have our hand bones. These are our carpals. So if I turn the hand around, these where I have my thumb running across, those are our carpals. Then we have our metacarpals that would make up the palm of our hand. And then we have our hand phalanges. Just like the toes, we have a distal, middle, and proximal phalanx of the hands, of the phalanges of the hand, but the thumb only has a proximal and a distal phalanx. Going back down to the coxal bone, these are your hip bones down here, okay? We have the femur, which is that big bone. Your thigh bone is the biggest bone in the body. We have the patella, which is your kneecap. The medial lower leg bone, this is your tibia, and the outer or lateral bone is the fibula. Okay, and I believe that's it for practical number 1. This is for both honors and regular anatomy, so I'm going to post this on both sites.